Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to implement a GTD workflow using Evernote. GTD stands for Getting Things Done. It's a name of a book written by a productivity consultant called David Allen. The basic idea is that we should always try to move future tasks out of our mind by recording them externally so that we can be fully focused on our current task. I find that this is a much more efficient use of our mental bandwidth, and it's perfect for someone like myself who is really bad at multitasking. Okay, so GTD basically involves 5 steps. All right, it's 5-step simple workflow. First, capture, collect what has your attention. Second, clarify, process what it means. Third, organize, put it where it belongs. 4, reflect, review frequently. And finally, engage, simply do. So for the remaining part of this presentation, I'll be showing you how to implement each of these steps using Evernote. Okay, let's go back to the main Evernote interface. Right. Okay. For the first step, capture, this is when we capture whatever things that come into our mind, things that needs to be do, things that needs to be read later, whatever, all into this default notebook called the inbox. Okay, and it's important to have one note for one task. Okay, and I usually create these tasks in 2 ways. The first way is just to use the Evernote app itself and create a new note. For example, this is a task to buy groceries, and then I can have a checklist of things I need to buy. Another convenient way to create a note is to use the Evernote web clipper. This is a browser extension, super useful when you need to save a web page into Evernote, or even saving an email if you're using the web-based Gmail. For example, this one. This is the Gmail interface, and this is what it looks like when you save it into Evernote using the Evernote clipper. Okay, now let's go to step 2, process what it means. So once a day, especially you have to do this once a day. I like to do this first thing in the morning before I start the day, and I will go into this inbox notebook and look at all the tasks and see if they're still relevant. Okay, if the task is relevant and can be done in 2 minutes, I will just do it right away. And when it's done, I'll just delete the task, or maybe I can move it to another notebook called the done notebook, just as an archive. If the task requires a bit more time, then I'll just leave it here first. We'll deal with it in the next step. And of course, if the task is no longer relevant, we'll just delete it right away. Okay. Next step, organize, and we do the third step right after step 2. And again, this has to be done at least once a day. Okay. This is the step where we try to add more context to the task that we need to work on by adding more text to it. So the use of text is very similar to the use of labels in Gmail. Okay, a note can have multiple texts. So I just want to quickly go through the tagging conventions I have here. I have 4 sets of tags. The first set is the priority text. This text is used to indicate how soon I need to work on this task, or how urgent or how important the task is. So I have 5 levels of priority. The location text is used for me to indicate where is the most appropriate place to work on these tasks. So there are some tasks it's good to be done at home, Some task is good to be done at work. The type tags are pretty self-explanatory. It describes what kind of task it is. Okay, and the people tag is used for indicating who else is relevant when it comes to working on certain tasks. Okay, so by right at this in this step, you shouldn't have any tags on the notes, but I've added the tags in advance so as to save time. And I'll just quickly go through some of them and explain to you my rationale on how the tags are assigned to these tasks. So this is a note that was created within the Evernote app itself. Basically, I found a typo error on our website, so I took a screenshot, pasted it here. I marked it up with sketch to say to indicate where's the spelling error. This is related to marketing. I think this is quite important, but it's not super urgent. It's something to be done at work, and Kate is responsible for our website, so she's tagged here. All right, next. So I detected that all my company's mobile app crashes when trying to access the camera. It's just obviously an engineering issue, and it's critical. So the critical for my convention, critical means something that's urgent and important at the same time. All right, so it's slightly more. So it's a higher priority level or over the important task. Obviously, this is to be done at work, and Tom is our CTO, so it's relevant to this task. All right. So next thing is this is a Eventbrite ticket that was sent to my email, and I capture it into Evernote using the Evernote Clipper. I give it the waiting tag. So usually waiting tag is used for things that I'm waiting on someone to get back to me, or waiting for event that's going to happen in the future. And it's really convenient to add a reminder when you have a waiting tag. So this could be a day for me to follow up, or a day that the event will happen, so that it's just nice to have a reminder on what's happening, right? Okay, so I can set that this is happening on 28 October. Okay, that's it. So when the time comes, I will get a notification from the Evernote app. I also can choose to receive an email notification if I want. I give it the events tag to indicate that this is something that's always needed when I'm at events. So it's very convenient when I'm on my mobile. I just hit on the events tag, and it pulls out this ticket that needs to be shown at the door. Okay. This is a video that I want to watch at home. It's again, I think it's done with collected Evernote Clipper. I'll watch it someday. I'll watch it at home. My dad is into guitar, so I have it. It's like things to do with that. Okay. This is an article that's saved with Evernote Clipper. It's tagged this article. I'll read it someday. It's about science fiction, so I'll probably read it at home. And I have created a shopping list for my grocery. It's quite important because I'm running out, but it's not super urgent. I can get it like within the next few days. I give it the errands tag. So errands tag is always things that needs to be done when I'm commuting from usually from office to work. Okay, like I always have to pass through a shopping mall when I'm commuting, so it's a good time to pick up some groceries. Okay, so once everything is tagged, it's okay if you don't have enough time to add all the tags, but every task must have a priority tag. That's a mandatory. And the other tags you can just add it later. So once everything has a tag, we will move everything into the do notebook. And so gone. So this is very similar to the concept of inbox zero when it comes to email management. Okay, so let's move on to the fourth step, to reflect. Basically, from time to time, we should go into the do notebook to review what's the next thing to be done, and or maybe add more text to it to give the task more context, so that it's easier for me to pull them out later. And it's especially important that at least once a week we'll take some time to review all the tasks in this notebook, and we will do some overall housekeeping. This will include things like deleting all the redundant tasks or duplicated tasks, deleting things that are not important anymore, not relevant anymore, or reassigning the priority. Sometimes the task becomes more important. Sometimes there's a change of direction in your work, so it becomes less important. So yeah, once a week do overall housekeeping. It's very helpful. And the last step is simply to do the task that's most relevant to your situation. Okay, so I'll show you an example. Imagine I've arrived the office and I just want to see all the tasks that's relevant to work. So I have all these things that's to be done at work. Not sure where to start from, so how about I just want to see all the critical tasks. So there you go. These are the two most important things that I have to work on it right now. Okay, okay, let me just get rid of them again. Okay, another example is to say, let's say I'm at work, and I'm having a meeting with the engineering department. So I'd like to pull out all the engineering related tasks so that it becomes kind of like a meeting agenda when I speak to them. So right away I see that there are 3 things I need to talk to them about. Okay, so my final part of the presentation is that's all the 5 that's about all the 5 steps you need to learn to do, and I realize it's really helpful when you to create a shortcut when it takes you a few clicks to get to the task that you need to work on, like on a daily basis. Yeah, so in my previous example, it takes you a few clicks to find all the critical tasks that needs to be done at work today. You can actually create a shortcut so that just by one click you get what you need right away. So yep, that's all for my presentation. If you're curious about how to create shortcuts, feel free to reach out to me after this, or email me. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much.